Hey guys, it's Cassie Johnson with Key Realty Yoder Team, and I'm so excited to be welcoming you to KeySource. This channel is going to be your guide to valuable information and resources to increase your understanding of the real estate process. So, we're going to be answering the most common questions we receive from our clients, as well as sharing stories and tips that will help you navigate the real estate process in general. And we're going to be releasing this content every Wednesday starting today. So we're super pumped about this. And in this first episode today, you're going to be introduced to John Yoder, the leader of Key Realty Yoder Team in Mount Vernon. And he's going to be sharing the history of his career in real estate investment and sales. So let's hit it. Hey, John, how are you doing today?
Good, thanks. How are you, Cassie?
I'm doing well. Just so you guys know, I do have dogs. So if you hear them from time to time, apologies, but it is what it is. We're all working from home and we've got like our kids and animals running around. So hope it's okay. But I want to introduce you guys to John. He is the team leader of the Key Realty Mount Vernon office. I get to work with him and learn from him on a daily basis. And let me tell you something, I've learned so much. He has a ton of experience and a lot of knowledge about the real estate industry. So I just feel really lucky to be able to work with him on a daily basis. So, John, of course, I'm familiar with your story, but why don't you give our viewers an idea of your history in the real estate industry? And I want to start from the very beginning. So, my first question is what inspired you to choose real estate as a career in the first place?
Yeah, Cassie. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So, when I was a kid, um, my grandfather was in agribusiness, and he's always been involved in real estate. His entire career. Um, I remember him managing rental properties on the farms that he owned. Um, as a teenager, I helped him out uh, getting the apartments ready to re-rent. I remember hanging wallpaper with my grandmother. It was in the wallpaper era, right? So anyway, um, but yeah, I just remember him always managing rental properties and buying real estate. Like I said, from the time I was very young. And then as I was maybe an older teenager, my grandfather, my uncle, my dad formed a small partnership and did some small real estate developments. So, just got to see kind of different aspects of the real estate industry. I saw my grandfather use real estate as a tool to kind of grow wealth and just really be able to benefit um, people. He was an extremely generous person. It's one of the things that I really respect about him. Literally gave away millions of dollars over his lifetime. And I think that that's just super, super cool. So, anyway, that's kind of how I got interested in real estate as a kid.
That's awesome. So you've got like a super personal connection to the industry, and I love that. So, one of my favorite things to ask any professional in the real estate industry is about their story of making their first purchase. So, what was that like for you?
Yeah, so Rachel and I got married in 2003, and we decided to locate in Mount Vernon, Ohio. One of the best decisions we ever made. I love Knox County; it's fantastic. So we were looking for a house, tiny budget. We found a fixer-upper on South Harrison Street, west side of Mount Vernon, very close to Arch Park, easy walking distance to Arch Park. Um, we bought the house, and in the summer, we were getting married in the fall, and I spent a bunch of time there that summer just kind of fixing it up and getting it ready. We moved in after we got married and finished fixing it up actually after we were living there. After that experience, I kind of got the blues for fixing a property up. You know, after you live there, exterior works no problem. Interior work, eh. I think when we came back from our honeymoon, our kitchen sink was not installed, so we were washing dishes in the bathtub for some period of time, a short
Oh,
period of time, but still.
that's awesome. So you guys had your first taste of homeownership and even renovating a property, and it sounds like it was successful for you and Rachel.
Yeah.
So then, what? Then you took your first step into real estate investment as a means of income.
Yes.
And there are a lot of ways that people do this, but I want to know, what did that look like for you?
Yeah. So um, do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Like this is the wrong way to go about it, but this is what I did. All right. So
Okay.
I was at a point in my career where I needed to make a change. And it's 2006, or end of 2005, beginning of 2006. Real estate market had been hot. It had been booming. Our house was worth a bunch more than when we had purchased it. Um, Myself and a friend of mine who was a contractor decided to form a partnership and get into real estate investing. I decided to just go full time from the get go. Okay. No professional background in real estate, no professional experience in real estate, just kind of the family background that I had with my grandfather, my parents, and then also the personal experience of buying and renovating one house.
Okay.
So, that pretty much made me an expert, I thought, but, it, not really. But anyway, so I went into real estate investment full time with a partner. He was running the construction business. I was running the investment business.
Mhm.
Um, we bought houses to fix and flip, and we bought houses to hold and manage as rental properties. So the challenge in 2006 was that was right before the crash.
Right.
So we bought and held rental properties, buying in '06, '07, that immediately started tanking in value. So we were okay on cash flow because we were able to manage the units and keep them full for the most part. That wasn't the issue. We were able to always make our payments, but we were upside down in those properties for several years. So the fix and flip was a little better. We had some success with that because there were a lot of foreclosures coming on the market. We were able to get some good deals there. Um, but it was challenging starting a real estate business from just basically zero.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. So, and then in 2012, you made the transition from real estate investments to agency. And so I want to know, what prompted that transition for you and what have you learned in the process?
Sure. So in 2012, I was at kind of a better place with the investment business and had some kind of wiggle room with my time, wiggle room with the money. And so I thought, another way to add to this business would be to get my real estate license because then I could, look at houses on my own. I could write my own offers. I was kind of feeling bad for the amount of time I was taking up for the real estate agents I was working with, and how much they were able to be compensated for that amount of time I was working with them. That's one of the challenges of being a real estate investor. It's just kind of part of it. You got to make a lot of offers in order to get the number of deals that you need. So I I thought, well, yeah, this would be a good time for me to get my real estate license. So then I did that, got the license, started using it for the investment business, and then just kind of started um, working with other people, acting as an agent for people that I knew, just sort of as a little sideline, and didn't really take it seriously. I was like, yeah, I could just make a little extra cash doing this. And the more I did it, the more I kind of recognized that agency work had the pieces of real estate investing that I really liked. So, what I really liked about investing was going out and finding great deals, negotiating those deals, kind of managing the deals through the process, the transaction process. I really enjoyed all of that. The piece that I did not love about real estate investing was I was getting a little more risk averse at this point in my career. I wasn't quite as excited about taking all the risk as I had been early on. And
Right.
then also, I was just getting tired of managing contractors. It just seemed like I was constantly banging my head against the wall. And that was just, contractors are great. That's an important part of being an investor, but it wasn't the part that I loved.
Okay.
And I wasn't as good at that. So I just thought, why don't I start focusing more of my time and attention on what I really enjoy and what I'm best at? And the thing that I really found that kind of clinched it for me was, um, as a real estate agent, I felt empowered to really help people and invest in people, and to be able to help people achieve their real estate goals and dreams. And that was so rewarding for me. I felt like I was really able to invest in communities as an investor, but I didn't feel like I could invest in people in the same way. And so that's one of the things that really drew me to agency work.
Yeah, that's really cool. And it's also exciting because I feel like this channel is going to help accomplish that as well, as far as building people and empowering them with the knowledge and resources that they need. So cool. Well, hey, John, my last question is this. What are you most looking forward to in this process as we release this content to viewers?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this project because I feel like it's an opportunity for us to talk to people about what's going on in the market today. So, the real estate market is this constantly changing, constantly evolving situation. I mean, obviously, we've gone through, a cycle from extreme buyer's market back in 2009 to 2011 to today extreme sellers market, where it's basically like an inventory crisis. You know what I mean? There's basically nothing for sale. So, we've kind of seen all the sides of that, and we know it's going to continue to change and evolve. And there's always going to be new opportunities, and there's going to be new challenges. So I think this is a great space for us to be able to just talk about what's going on, and to just kind of think creatively about how do we take advantage of the opportunities that are unique to the market that we find ourselves in right now, and how do we also go about navigating the challenges.
So awesome. And you're so well equipped for this because, like you said, your experience has spanned over different types of markets.
Hmm.
And you've learned a lot through the process as you've had to adjust and adapt to whatever has been thrown your way. So, yeah, well, that's all for today, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'm looking
Cassie.
forward to doing this again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.